Listen, he's not the same player he once was. He's not gonna, like, you know, when you look at Messi's career, dribbling past 2, 3, 4 players, 1, 2s, like, he's not.
Before kickoff, the story had already been written. Across the football world, people were convinced Argentina's incredible run was finally about to end. Critics pointed to an aging squad, a 39-year-old captain who no longer covered every blade of grass, and a team that had survived one too many close calls.
I actually think we need an open game. We've got quicker players than them. We've got more speed.
Our width, Gary, our width
we've got better width, and we've got higher energy. So let's try and play to our strengths. Make it an open game.
The pundits piled on. Jamie Carragher argued Argentina were effectively defending with 9 outfielders because Messi didn't track back. Gary Neville believed England's pace would overrun Argentina's center backs. Ian Wright thought their narrow midfield could be picked apart, and Joe Cole simply said, "Put Messi to bed." Argentina had ground through 2 exhausting extra-time matches and shipped 5 goals in the knockouts, while Thomas Tuchel's England, led by Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, and Anthony Gordon, arrived full of belief. But while the noise outside grew louder,
also, they should be thinking about how they can exploit Lionel Messi as well. He walks about when the opposition have got the ball.
Messi's camp stayed calm, treating the criticism as fuel rather than pressure. Once the match kicked off, England's press caused early problems. Anthony Gordon put them 1-0 up, and for 84 minutes, it looked like the script was writing itself. Then everything flipped. Just 7 minutes later, Messi threaded another perfect pass, and Lautaro Martinez powered home the winner.
Fear Argentina like I'd fear France or Spain.
Yeah.
Because I think that Argentina, there's a lot of fallacies with them. What we can
sending Argentina into the final. Messi finished with 2 assists, was named player of the match, and became the oldest outfield player ever to feature in a men's World Cup semi-final. It wasn't about one team simply taking its chances. It was a reminder that experience and football intelligence can decide the biggest games. Messi didn't need to control every second. He only needed to take over when it mattered most. England's game plan made sense on paper. Since Messi often stayed high rather than tracking back, they planned to overload that flank.
He knows how good he is. He's the best to ever play the game. He's a god, let's be honest, he is.
And their opening goal came from exactly that blueprint, Gordon finishing unmarked at the back post. But every extra man pushed forward near Messi meant 1 fewer defender if Argentina won the ball back, leaving space for one of the most dangerous transition teams in the world. Neville's case rested on Argentina's history of shaky moments against pacey sides, but Cristian Romero and Lisandro Martinez have always relied on anticipation and positioning rather than speed. Wright's plan to stretch the pitch wide also handed Argentina an edge, with Messi, Enzo Fernandez, Mac Allister, and Alvarez tight together. They could combine fast and hit teams on the counter. Plenty of Argentine journalists noted the parallels to 2022, when Louis van Gaal questioned Messi's defensive work. Before a quarterfinal, Messi answered emphatically. Lionel Scaloni, for his part, refused to engage with any of the outside noise, keeping every press conference locked on preparation. What most pundits missed, Messi's walking isn't rest, it's reconnaissance.
Yeah, we'll have to put him to bed, mate.
No, I'm not. Hey, don't say that!
No, we're going to put him to bed.
No.
He's reading fullback positions, gaps between lines, and who's tracking him, then striking the instant a window opens. Heading into the semi, he already had 8 goals and 2 assists on the tournament, plus a hat-trick against Algeria and heroics through 3 brutal knockout ties. Comparisons to Maradona's 1986 run were inevitable, but where Maradona overpowered defenses physically, 39-year-old Messi does it through positioning, timing, and short, perfectly timed bursts. For most of the night, England's plan was working. Messi kept out of the danger zone, England winning the second balls. When Gordon scored, England looked in total control, minutes from their first final since 1966. But the shift had already begun before the equalizer ever came. The first half stayed tight. Stones headed wide. Fernandez fired over. Tuchel's midfield swarmed Messi instead of assigning a single marker, forcing him to receive facing his own goal, while England dominated second balls. England's goal came in the 55th minute. Rice switched play, Rodgers crossed low, and Gordon arrived at the back post to finish. But after taking the lead,
The fact that the best
player on the planet has turned up, showed everybody how to play football and get the result. I think it's a really nice ending to an otherwise miserable day for me personally.
England's intensity dropped. Kane and Gordon eased off the press, Bellingham and Rodgers sat deeper, and the defensive line retreated, giving Argentina's back 4 time and space they hadn't had all night. Scaloni threw on Lautaro Martinez and Nico Gonzalez, and Argentina's pressure mounted. Simeone denied by a last-ditch tackle, Gonzalez forcing a save, McAllister striking the post. The real shift was where the ball was being won back. Argentina started collecting loose balls almost instantly in the final half hour, with Messi drifting right, waiting for his moment. As Lautaro Martinez put it afterward, England's press lasted about 60 minutes, and once it dropped, Argentina made the pitch bigger and created both goals. By the 84th minute, the scoreline hadn't moved, but the momentum clearly had. From a short corner, Argentina pulled an England defender out of position. Messi received it.
When it got to that last half an hour and England sat deep and England tried to protect the lead, which was stupid, he was given the freedom of the final third to go and do what he does best, and he was brilliant.
Scanned instantly and slid a perfect pass to Enzo Fernandez, who buried it first time. 1-1 in the 85th minute. Deep into stoppage time, McAllister crashed a shot off the post. It looked like England had survived, but Messi had already drifted into space on the right. As the ball came back out, he lofted a perfectly measured cross to the back post, and Lautaro Martinez powered a header past Pickford to complete the turnaround. Where most players see a rebound as the end of a move, Messi treated it as the start of the next one. Messi was named Player of the Match, becoming, at 39 years and 21 days, the oldest outfield player ever to appear in a Men's World Cup semi-final, with 8 goals and 4 assists on the tournament. England contained him for 84 minutes, but containing Messi and stopping him are two very different things. Argentina march into their 7th World Cup final, facing an unbeaten Spain in New Jersey on July 19th, with a chance to match Brazil's back-to-back titles from 1958 and 1962. It's another unforgettable chapter in a rivalry stretching from Wembley 1966 through Maradona's 1986 heroics, proof once again that the biggest matches aren't remembered for how many touches a player takes, but for the touches that change everything. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe to Matchio, and turn on notifications for more football stories and tactical breakdowns. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.